Welcome, welcome. Everybody, this is the You Can't Make This Shit Up. We are here at the Oxford in Altamont Springs Sports Pub and Secret Society. Great food here. Get on out. Don't make this place fail, people. This is good food.
It is good.
Good people.
Yes.
Good people. Good
Yes.
people. I'm going to say that. Anytime you go to a restaurant, that's the most important thing. David, what are we talking about today?
Well, today we are talking about the Democrats and their Leadership Blue 2023
Oh man, I missed
annual
it.
convention. And the 3-day Leadership Blue weekend was billed by top Florida Democrats, including State Party Chair Nikki Fried, as a reset for the party. State Democratic leaders and activists spent Saturday shuffling in and out of workshops and seminars, strategizing what they hope will be a political comeback in 2024. All of it capped off with a drag show.
Yeah, because that's the most controversial thing that the Republican side.
I had to get this part in. As Florida GOP Chair Christian Ziegler wondered, I quote, "Any children in the audience?" So, folks, sit back. Please sit back. Enjoy the show. Let's go.
You can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up.
Oh,
Cap it off with the drag show.
So let's. Wait, should I focus on the reset or should I focus on the drag show?
Lean into it.
Because either way I go, it's this is pitiful.
Right.
I mean, this is a party. Like, do people not understand? I guess parties, because they've gotten weaker over the years, they just kind of don't get it anymore.
Right. And I'm not going to, don't hold back because I have some things to say about this. First of all, it was a weekend after the holiday.
Which is
July
stupid.
4th, which I'm like, I was in Chicago. You were busy. And I'm like, it would have been nice if we had the opportunity to zip down there and, just shake some hands, share some business cards. But that's tough. That's the weekend after the Independence Day. And, they did have a sellout at the gala. But I just wish it was a different time. July, it's tough, especially after Independence Day.
But, they need to get the dollars in as soon as possible. I don't know if they've even raised that much money.
They raised $500,000.
Yeah, they didn't make much. I'm sorry.
I know. I was waiting for your assessment, and when I heard the number, I was underimpressed.
I'm underimpressed because you had Nikki Fried there,
right?
You had, the big. You have this big tent now. Man, Nikki, man, I'd love to talk to Nikki one time because I'd go, "What on earth did you do?" Y'all know I heard rumors that she was a Republican way when she was younger, but
sure. They did have producer Bradley Whitford from.
But see, that's the thing. You guys spend so much. You have so much talent out there that likes your party that you end up spending money. These people, they do I'll do it for free. Yeah, they don't do it for free. They do it because they know they can bring in the money and how much money they can bring in.
Right.
So we get John Wayne, we get a
Mark Levine,
we get a
you guys brought in Mark Levine at the Sunshine Summit.
Yeah, but Mark Levine, that
was good.
It's good, but we bring him in because he has a book. Okay,
sure.
All we have to do is sell his book.
But he revved up the crowd. He engaged with DeSantis, with other electeds and candidates.
But I'm saying
he did his job.
He did a great job. I'm just talking about when you guys have gatherings, you have the arts people on your side. You should be making tons of money just on the fact that you can get star talent that hates Florida in that room.
Like Lin-Manuel.
Like anybody in California right now who's talking all kinds of smack about us.
That's a good point. Um,
Hey, Barbara
I,
Streisand, you know, our governor's running for president. Would you like to do something really exclusive? You're the most expensive person to get out here, but I guarantee you get the money. We'll get them from Georgia. We'll get people coming in from South Carolina. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to settle for what we settle for.
Bradley Whitford.
Okay, well, I'm okay with it. I'm glad you guys don't do that kind of stuff, but if you don't know how to
And,
manage it,
and,
that's why you hit the reset button and you didn't even reset correctly.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Bradley Whitford. I had to look him up. I wasn't a big fan of the West Wing. He's from the West Wing. Okay, I'm more of a fan of the Netflix series or the BBC original series of I forgot, but Kevin Spacey was playing the president. Um, uh, it was underwhelming, and then the conference, the summit, the meeting. It was a bunch of meetings, strategizing. Strategizing should have happened months ago. I want to know what is happening. What strategies are in place? What's going to happen in Special District 35, House District 35? How we're going to keep that momentum going? I asked the recent newly appointed or newly hired executive director of the Florida Democrats, Mr. Jeres, Jeres. I forgot his first name. It'll come to me. I asked him in a Zoom call for the Orange County Democratic Hispanic Caucus, like, okay, we got a special election in 35 coming up soon. What's the plan to keep the momentum going after winning Jacksonville? And well, we're crafting it.
You know how you get Nikki Fried got arrested in Jacksonville and didn't raise a single dollar on that.
That was Tallahassee.
Oh, that was Tallahassee.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah,
Tallahassee.
that's right.
And so
I'm just surely making mistakes.
last I checked, they raised about 25,000 after the Jacksonville win.
Well, that's good.
But I mean, more meetings. That's and liberals, Democrats here in Florida, at least, they love their meetings. Enough of the meetings. We've got really good candidates out there that could use support. And I know sometimes my Chicago Democratic roots, Chicago machine roots kind of show themselves. I just wish that the Florida Democratic Party was a little bit more firm in helping get the best candidate out there early and setting the tone of an election.
I'm not.
And meetings are not going to cut it.
And I'm not picking on Democrats, but there's always a lot of booze there, so I'm pretty sure there's plenty of Bud Light there now because you're not against Bud Light now.
You're right. They would be supporting Bud Light.
I'm sure the drag show is.
I prefer a little bit more sophisticated in my beer and my alcoholic beverages, so I'll pass on the Bud Light. But kudos to the Democrats for showing up and showing out. And
good job raising $500,000.
Yep, it's the beginning, hopefully, of something incredible.
And don't waste all that money on a 24-week abortion issue. That's not what you need to focus on. You need to focus on winning your elections because you're not doing very well down here in Florida.
Well, the liberals and Democrats are leaning into the abortion issue and getting the abortion amendment onto the ballot.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
If they're investing money,
really leaning into that. I think 1.4 million so far.
Yeah, but it's the party. I'm talking about the party doing that. That's not the party doing that.
Yes. Well, there are efforts.
That's what I'm saying.
Organizing efforts to collect petitions this coming weekend and into the future. Collect petitions to put this on the ballot. So they're leaning hard into the abortion issue, and this will be a leading issue for Democrats come as we get closer and closer to the 2024 election.
The Republicans gave it to you. I mean, They had 15-week abortion, and they decided
Now
that
6
we
weeks.
got to push it to 6. So
Which in September 8th, I believe, the issue of the abortion laws, the 15-week, will be in front of a judge. The judge will be hearing statements, arguments on it, and the decision on the 15-week, the ruling will pretty much determine the fate of the 6-week law that was recently passed. So will DeSantis continue his streak of setbacks in the judicial arena?
I am only saying, and I shouldn't be saying it. I should just be
Say it. Say it.
I should just be a Republican and help nobody outside my party. But I'm saying that you raised $500,000. Please think of your candidates before you think of an issue. Because throwing your money into an issue is not going to get your candidates elected necessarily. You guys did so little support for your candidates that from my visuals to those people that were on the ground, you were very specific. Incumbents only. Because guess what? You got zip out of this last election. Nothing decent out of this last election because you didn't have money or you didn't spend it. And if you did spend it, where did it go? Because no candidates were getting checks from Tallahassee.
That's true. That's true. And some candidates have gone on record to say that. And a lot of the support went to reliable seats and popular personalities when we had opportunities in other areas and dropped the ball.
Yeah, well, I think a good thing to look at in this is, I will have a really good assessment of 35. I mean, I know we have a dog in the race, but that's still, we're going to look at those numbers on both sides and see what happens.
Indeed.
Because David knows I'm a friend of Demetrius Grimes.
Newsflash, Demetrius is out.
Demetrius got out?
Yes, he is now supporting Erica Booth as the rest of the party, Republican Party, is supporting.
See, I should have gone to
Erica Booth.
I should have gone and had I should have gone over and friend, and I didn't even know. But no, it's like it's just going to be hard. I told him when we sat down. Listen, we sat down and we said, he said, "What do you think of the race?" And I said, "Well, as long as there's no Booth in there." Well, his wife is running. I'm like, well, you might have a shot, but listen, this is name recognition. Yes. Booth is a good name down there. I said, it's not easy on a special election. Now, these special election, your primary is going to look a lot like it did the last time, but they're going to try what? They're going to try harder to beat each other in the primary, so they still have $0 when they go to the next level. It's like I would have said, special election. This one won it. This one should go.
Right.
Let the Republicans tear themselves up. But don't worry, Democrats are going to do it for us. We're going to sit back and we're going to watch them, put forward the same, and I'm not trying, and that sounds wrong to some people out there, but it's called common sense.
Yes.
When you look at what name will they remember from just last election? They're going to see, they saw Baga. If they see Baga again,
right?
I mean, you had him in the primary, you had him in the general. Now you get him in the special. If you get people out there,
exactly, and we've seen those. We know the numbers. We know where the votes are in the primary last year, which the special will be similar. It's a lot of work ahead. Democrats, if you're serious, You need to show how serious you are now behind a candidate who has run in this race, who has proven themselves to have won, have a team and a strategy in place. If you want to recruit Republicans to run as Democrats, knock yourself out. We'll be ready for it.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad your party did what they did. So my final word is congratulations, Nikki, for $500,000 and no momentum.
We'll make sure that we're there the next time. Guaranteed. We'll see you.